This conference will now be
Hi
recorded.
everyone. Thanks for joining. Okay, so today we will be covering the topic called end-to-end business processes execution in SAP. Okay, so basically this topic is not only related to one module. In this video, in this session, we will be covering all the logistics modules. Okay, how to execute them in the system and the business context for the each transaction execution. So basically you will be getting high level overview of business processes of all the modules in the SAP basically. Okay, so let's start. So the agenda, first we'll start with the agenda. So basically here today we will be covering total end-to-end operational flow execution in SAP. So right from the planning of the product, planning of the finished product, till the sales and the post-sales customer service. Okay, all those processes, how they are executed in SAP, we will see. That is the first agenda. Okay, then understanding of the basic end-to-end business process flows of other modules. Let's say you are working as a consultant. So in this video, in this session, you will be understanding the business process flow of other modules like PP, QM, okay, SD, those things. Suppose let's say you are a PP consultant, PP, then you will understand the business processes related to other modules like SD, those things. Okay. Next, all logistics module business process flow execution in SAP. So now what in this session, what we will be doing is we will be executing basic business process flow of all the logistics modules, all. Okay, except WM. Except WM, we will be covering all the modules execution on a high level. Okay, understanding of cross module integration between the modules. So in this session we will be at the same time we execute the operational flow, and at the same time we will understand the cross module integration. Let's say you are a consultant. Okay, so now in this session you will be understanding the integration of with other modules like PP, okay, QM, okay, SD, okay, like this, CS, all those things. Okay, understanding of business context behind each transaction execution. So when a transaction is executed in the SAP, so what is the business context behind it? Okay, like when the transaction is executed, who executes the transaction? Okay, at what point of time they execute the transaction? Okay, what is the meaning of the transaction execution? Okay, when they execute the transaction, what happens exactly? Why do they need to execute the transaction? Those things we will cover. This is very uh, important basically. So the idea of this today's session is to understand the business context of the each transaction for all the logistics modules we will see. Okay, so in this session we will be covering the modules covered are PP, QM, PM, SD, CS, and little bit of FI. Except WM, we will be covering all the logistics modules. So in a single session, in a single video, we will be covering all the uh, operational flow execution, business processes execution in the system. Okay, this is the agenda of today's session. Okay, so before going into the video, we need to understand few things. What is expected of this session basically? This video covers execution of end-to-end business processes in a typical manufacturing company from planning to customer service function. So we'll cover from end to end, start from the planning of the finished product to the customer service, post sales, after selling the product to the customer. If the customer gets any problem, okay, then how the service customer service activity is done, those things we will cover. Okay, this covers end-to-end business processes execution in SAP for PP, QM, PM, SD, CS, and little bit of FI. So basically, we will be covering all the business processes of logistics modules. Okay. This video is to get the overview of end-to-end business processes of other modules and the cross-module integration. So basically, with this module, you will be getting other modules business processes flow of other module business processes end to end, and also cross module integration for the your module. Let's say you are a PP consultant. Okay, then you will understand the integration of PP module with other logistics modules. Okay, this video does not cover the configuration and master data setting. So this video is to basic idea of this video is to understand the business processes and their execution in the system, and the business context for that execution of that particular transaction. And we will not be covering any configuration settings or master data settings in this session. Okay, anybody looking for that, you can skip this video. Okay, this video focuses mainly on the business side and how the respective business processes are executed in SAP with an aim of understanding the overall operational flow. So as I just explained, we will be focusing mainly on the business side. What is the business processes flow end to end, and how that business process end to end is executed in SAP. Those things we will cover in this session. Okay, this video this video is useful for freshers. Freshers means who wants to come into SAP consulting, core users who are already working as a core users for SAP, and end users, okay, who are working as end users, and sometimes some super users, and who doesn't have industry experience before coming into SAP consulting. So some consultants without having industry experience, they will come into SAP functional consulting. So for those kind of people who doesn't have industry experience, you will get the industrial uh, basic business processes flow basically in this session. And those who are already working as SAP consultants with, like, let's say 5 years experience, 10 years, 10 plus of years of experience, you can skip this video. Okay, so let's start the session. So before starting the session, another few points to identify is, for any functional consultant, for any SAP functional consultant, the basic thing is he should know the business process, not the transaction execution in SAP. Okay, first basic thing, mandatory thing is he should understand the business processes. Without understanding the business processes, no point doing anything in SAP. This is the must thing. Okay, and I have trained over more than 1,000 students for various logistics module. So what I understood during my training is, when the training is ongoing, they just concentrate on the transaction execution. They don't try to understand the business process. Okay, just they concentrate only on the transaction execution. Is like, let's say you go to purchase order creation, go to ME21N, where to click on the button, where to enter, but they don't understand why the purchase order is created, when this purchase order is created, who creates this purchase order, when the purchase order is created, what happens after purchase order creation, what happens next. Okay, what is the reason for creating so those business context behind a transaction, they don't understand, they don't focus on that. So to come out of from to come out from that kind of thinking narrative, so this I am making this video. Okay, and most of the consultants or most of the students, though they don't understand the total end-to-end flow, they don't try to understand the end-to-end flow, and they just try to learn in bits and pieces. Some people learn only production order creation in PP, production order creation, release, goods issue, confirmation. That's all. GR. After that, after GR, what happens to that production order? What finance people will do? So they don't understand total end-to-end flow. They will learn only relevant to their module. They don't and try to understand the integration of that production order with the related other modules. So that we will be learning today. And also another thing is, the most misconception people nowadays have is self-learning without a trainer. They think that you can learn the module by just looking at the videos, watching the videos without any support of a trainer. That is not possible. Okay, so when you are watching the videos, if you get any questions and doubts, some trainer should have to support you, to clarify all those doubts. And after watching the videos, you need to practice in the system. So when you are practicing in the system, definitely you will be getting here and there some errors. So who is going to resolve those errors? So even though it is called as self-learning, you need a support of a trainer. Self-learning without a support of a trainer is not possible. That is not a training actually. Okay, so always you should have a guidance of a support of a trainer, even though you are doing self-learning. Okay, just by looking at the videos from YouTube or any other platforms, that's not possible. Okay, so this is the most misconception about self-learning people have. Okay, so now let's move on to the session. So first we'll start with the production planning. So first, the any typical manufacturing company, the first thing is they will have the planning. Okay, so let's move on. So if you see here, the first thing is, let's say they come that a typical manufacturing company want to produce products. Okay, but they have not received any orders from the customer, so they want to start the production. So what they does is they will enter the forecast in the system. Forecast. So this forecast is calculated in other systems like APO, IBP, those systems, but ultimately they will enter the forecast. They will come up with the forecast. That forecast, future sales quantity, they will enter the system using the demand management. This happens in the PP, production planning module. Okay, so this is the one. So they will do the forecasting. Here you see, based on the previous sales history of the finished product, the planners, the demand planners in the organization, they will arrive with the future forecast. Okay, just is an assumption forecast. Now that forecast they will enter into the system in the form of planned independent requirements, PIR. If you see here, this planner this planner is entering the forecast in the system, in the SAP system. So this now we will start. This now we will see it in the system. I am not showing how the forecasting is done. Forecasting is done in other systems normally. So we will directly enter the calculated forecast in the SAP system directly. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so the first step is create forecast. Enter the forecast. This is the T code MD61. Okay, so before that, in this session, I will be using the plant 1010. Okay, and the materials. These are the materials. One finished product. Under this finished product, you have two raw materials. So this means these two raw materials are used to manufacture this product. Okay, and in this plant, of course, to watch this video, another prerequisite is you should know at least you should have at least knowledge in one module to watch this video. Without any knowledge in any module, you will not be able to grasp the things in this video. So you should know at least what is plant, what is material, and of course what is storage location also. Okay, you should know the storage location also. If you are familiar with this terminology, then you can watch this video. Okay, so now let's start. So before that, first I will show you the materials list. So I'll go to this transaction. I'm in the system now. Okay, suppose first I will go to this materials. So it will have three materials. If I click on this one, this is the finished product. These are the two raw materials. So, and this is the plant. Okay, if I execute, if you observe carefully, these three materials doesn't have any inventory as of now. You see, there is no stock at all, no unrestricted use stock, no quality inspection stock, no inventory at all, no inventory at all. Okay, so using these three materials, we will do the end-to-end flow. Okay, so before that, now let me go to I'll keep this session open. Now let me open another session. I'll go to MD04 in another session. Okay, this is a finished product, and we are manufacturing this finished product in this plant, in this site, manufacturing site. I'll enter. As of now, it doesn't have any stock, no inventory, zero inventory. Okay, so now let's enter the forecast. I am doing this step, forecast. So this forecast entry in the system will be done by PPT, production planning team. They will do this. Okay, to start the manufacturing of the finished product, you should have some demand. So that demand is entered in the form of forecast. It's like an assumption. Okay, so this is entered in the using the transaction normally MD61. Okay, so let me go to the transaction MD61. Okay, create planned independent requirements. You need to enter the finished product. This is the finished product. We want to manufacture in this plant 1010, and you can enter the period. Let's say next month onwards 01/01/05 2026. Of course, you have some two period, that's okay. And I want to enter my forecast in the monthly buckets. Okay, enter. You will be getting the script. You see here, you're able to see all the months. So I'll enter the demand forecast for next upcoming 6 months. So 5, 10, 5, 10, 5. Okay, so I entered for next upcoming 6 months. Okay, again I'm repeating, this is the assumption. We are assuming that in this month we may have this much of sales of this product. It is not the exact requirement. We are assuming we may have this much of sales. Okay, so they'll enter in the form of forecast, planned independent requirements. Now they will save it. Again I'm repeating, this transaction is the responsibility of PPT. It comes under the scope of PP module. Okay, this will be normally entered by the planners in the organization, demand planners or production planners. They will execute this transaction. So this is to enter the forecast in the system, in the system. So now let me save this. So the entered forecast, the PIRs, now will be visible in the MD04 transaction. I'll refresh it. Okay, you see now the demand is showing over here. Forecast. This is the forecast. As this is a requirement, it will have a minus sign. See, in the month of May, our forecast is five pieces. In the month of June, 10 pieces. In the month of July, 5 pieces. In the month of August, 10 pieces. Like this, we entered it. Now, we don't have stock of this finished product. Okay. Now the next step is MRP. They will run the material requirement planning. They will execute MRP. So this is the step, material requirement planning. So this normally MRP, it is executed as an automatic background job in the night. Normally they don't execute in the front end. It is executed as a background job. That's the reason you see here there is no person here. That's the reason I have in this picture you don't have any person, any planner or any person. Okay, normally in the organizations it runs automatically as a background job in the night normally. Okay, of course you can execute front end. Okay, so but now we cannot wait till the night time. So what I will do, I'll execute MRP for this finished product. So when you run MRP, so we are here. So we entered the demand, we entered the demand. Okay, we entered the demand. Now we are running MRP. So when we run MRP, we entered the demand for the finished product. Okay, now what system does is system will plan the finished product and also its components, BOM components. I'll show you the BOM in a minute. So it will plan the finished product and also its components. Okay, its BOM components basically. And if the stock is not available, it will generate planned order for your finished product. Okay, normally. And for the components, raw materials, it will generate a purchase requisition. This is the, it will take you to the MM area. I will show you all both. Okay, so first let me show you the BOM of this finished product. Okay, this is a finished product. Okay, so let me go to the BOM CS03. This is the master data basically. Just to make you understand, I'm showing you the BOM. Okay, this is the finished product. In this plant we are going to manufacture. Enter. So you have the BOM. So that means this finished product is manufactured using these two raw materials, 2492, 2493, raw material 1, raw material 2. Okay, and to produce one piece, if I go to header, to produce one piece of this finished product, you need these two raw materials and one quantity, 1 kg, 1 kg. Okay, so now when I run MRP, system will plan this material, finished product, and also it will plan its BOM components, raw materials also. Okay, and for raw materials, it will generate purchase requisition. I will show you. So let's run MRP. Okay, so I'll be running MRP now. So let's run MRP. I'm running MRP for a single material. Okay, normally in the real time, executed at a plant level. So when you run at plant level, it will run MRP for all the materials in that plant. But if you run at plant level, it will take a lot of time. So we don't want to waste time now. So I am running MRP only for this finished product. Okay. So let me run it. Enter, enter. Okay. MRP is executed. So this step is done. This step is done. MRP is executed. Okay. Now, when the MRP is executed, wherever there is no sufficient inventory to cover the demand, it will generate planned orders. So now the planners will check whether system has completed the MRP and it has generated the planned orders or purchase requisition. They will analyze the planning. See here, you see two people in the planning situation. So let's do that. So we are here. It will generate a planned order. So go to MD04 and refresh the screen. Here now you will be able to see the planned orders. See, you will see these planned orders. As there is no stock to cover the demand, to cover the requirement, you need to do production. So to do production, system will give you planned orders. You see, it has generated planned orders for every month. Okay. At the same time, for the raw materials, if you go to raw material, our raw material is 2492. 2492. If you go to the raw material, you see, for raw material also doesn't have any stock, no inventory. So for raw materials, it generated a purchase requisition. This is for procurement. We are here. Here. It will generate purchase requisition. Okay, this is the integration between PP and MM. So from PP MRP, we are generating purchase requisitions for procurement for MM module. That is the first integration. Okay, so now let's move on. So planned order is ready. So to start the production, they have to convert this planned order to production order. So normally this is the step. They will create production order from planned order. But the problem is to start the production, we don't have the raw materials. We don't have raw material stock. Okay. So now we need to purchase those raw materials. We need to purchase the raw material. So now we have to go to MM area, procurement, purchasing. We have to go to MM module. So let's go to procurement. So now I am in the procurement area. So here the first step is from the purchase requisition which is created, the purchasing department people, they will create the purchase order. See here, you see the purchasing officer is creating a purchase order and she is informing the vendor supplier. She is informing the supplier. So that activity we need to do. Okay. So now let's see the purchase requisition. So I'll take this purchase requisition. This is my purchase requisition. Okay, let me show you that. Now let's go to MM flow. So create purchase requisition. It has got generated automatically from MRP. So this is the purchase requisition. You see here, this is the purchase requisition. If you can see, if you go to inside this purchase requisition, this is the purchase requisition. You see, that means you need to procure this material, raw material, this much quantity into this plant. So at the same time, you have a purchase requisition for the another material also. Okay. So this is one purchase requisition. Let me put this in the notepad file. And the other material 2493. 2493. Okay. For this is the purchase requisition. Okay. So we will create a single purchase order. Okay. So let's go to MM flow here. If you go to MM flow, purchase requisitions are already created. Now the next one is purchase order. So before that, what is this purchase requisition? Purchase requisition is like a request. It's a request given to purchasing department to procure a material. It's a request. Of course, it has come automatically from MRP. So now they will create the purchase order. The T code is ME21N. So we are here. We are here. We are executing this step. ME21N. Okay. So let's create the purchase order. I'll create only one purchase order just to save the time. ME21N. So this transaction, the business context behind this transaction is whenever they want to procure, they want to purchase a material from a supplier, they will create purchase order using this transaction, ME21N. Okay, ME21N. So what I will do, there are many methods of creating purchase order, but we are looking at the simple one. So what I will do, I'll enter the purchase requisitions numbers over here. This is the one. What is the first purchase requisition? This one. First raw material. And the second raw material, this is the purchase requisition. Okay. Just enter. All the information from this purchase requisitions will get copied to the purchase order. See, the information got copied. Okay. Now I'll enter the supplier. This is the supplier. That means the meaning is we are going to purchase these two raw materials from this supplier. And these are the quantities 5 kg, 5 kg into this plant. Into this plant. Okay. I enter the supplier. Enter one more time. Everything is done. Everything is ready. Okay. So we are executing this step. This step. Okay. So now let me save the purchase order. Okay. So purchase order is created. That is a purchase order number. Purchase order number. Okay. Now this purchase order will be sent to vendor. And nowadays they are sending it to through email. So before that, normally what they does is they will do the printing of the purchase order. Okay. So go to messages. Okay. Here you see they will. I'll show you the just print preview of the purchase order. You see, select the display document PDF file kind of thing. This is the print of the purchase order. So normally what they does is uh, purchasing officers, they will save this as a PDF file and they will attach in the email and then they will send it to the vendors. Normally, this is the one. And she is informing also on phone that I am sending you a purchase order to you. So this is the purchase order. First step is completed. We are here. Purchase order. Okay. So now the supplier will receive the purchase order. So vendor, supplier, then he will load the material into the truck. So he will be sending the material to us. So here you see, he is loading the material into the truck. So supplier, vendor is loading the material into the truck. Okay. And then this truck is come to our organization. We will receive it and they will offloading the material from the unloading the material from the truck and this will be put it into the warehouse. See here, a warehouse executive or a warehouse officer is checking the quantities, whether the right material is received or not, right quantity. They will check. Okay. And this material now will be placed into the warehouse in the warehouse. You see, in the warehouse, you have this racks. In the racks, these raw materials are stored. See, some are stored in boxes, some are received in the bags, some are in the drums, different types of drums. So in the warehouse, you will have this raw materials. Ultimately, they will keep it over here. Okay. So whenever they receive the material, these activities will happen. After that, the warehouse executive, they will check one more time whether the quantity is received in right quantity according to purchase order, where it is placed exactly. They will just cross checking here. You see, they're cross checking. Okay. And after that, they will go to the system and then they will make the entry in the system. That is called GR, goods receipt. Okay. So after the material receipt, this transaction is done. So we are here. Goods received. Goods are received. Migo. The transaction is Migo. So let's do that. Migo. Okay. So take the purchase order. That means we received the material against this purchase order. Go to Migo. They will select goods receipt. Okay. Purchase order and enter the purchase order number. Movement type is 101. This transaction is the responsibility of warehouse team. Warehouse department will execute this transaction. And when they will execute this transaction is when they received the material from the supplier and when it is stored in the warehouse. After that, normally they will execute this transaction. So enter. This transaction comes under the scope of module and responsibility of warehouse team. They will execute this. Okay. These are the two ones. Enter the storage location. Okay. The meaning is we have received these two raw materials, this much quantity from the vendor supplier, and we are storing them into this storage location. Okay. That is a meaning. Check. Okay, it is creating the batches. That's fine. Okay, batches are getting created. Okay, now let's do the post. I'll do the posting. Then you will see the inventory of these two raw materials stock. Okay, so this one is done. So we are here. We completed this posting. Okay, now I'll show you the inventory stock. So let's go to the transaction MB52. Again, we are in the MB52 transaction. Okay, now here, just execute. You see, the two raw materials now received, and the stock is in quality inspection. That means quality people has to do the quality inspection. If there is in quality inspection, you cannot consume it, you cannot use it, you cannot use it in production. System will not allow you to consume the stocks when it is in quality inspection. Okay, now we will go to quality area. Before that, let's complete the area. So in the now we received the goods receipt is done. So in the PO, you can see, if you go to the PO, again, ME23N, if you go to the PO, okay, in the PO, if you go to purchase order history, okay, you see goods receipt is done. This is the material document, goods receipt. Okay, now after this, next step is invoice verification. That means vendor is supplying the material to us. Along with the material, he supply the invoice bill, because we have to make the payment to him, right? So he will supply the invoice. That invoice needs to be verified. Okay, so if you go to the flow, you see here, from the finance department. From the finance department, they are verifying the invoice supplied by the vendor, and they will make the entry in the system. This comes under the scope of FI, and normally finance department will do this one. In the finance department, there will be a department called accounts payable. Okay, they will perform this transaction, Miro, invoice verification. Okay, so now let's do that Miro. We are doing this one, invoice verification, Miro. So let's go to Miro. Okay, now enter incoming invoice. So enter the date, invoice date. Okay, uh, it's invoicing. Again, I'm repeating, this transaction is executed when the invoice is received from the supplier, and after checking it whether it is properly received, means purchase order is correct, materials are correct in the invoice, quantities are correct, price is correct, amount is correct, everything is correct, they will cross check. If everything is fine, they will come to this transaction, and then they will execute this transaction. This transaction is the responsibility of FIT. Finance department will do this. So enter the purchase order number. What is the purchase order number? Purchase order number is this one. Okay, enter the purchase order number. Enter. Okay, enter 7 testing. Enter. Okay, and now you see you received all the data. Okay, let's, I'll not make any taxes. Tax I will make 0. Okay, now they will enter the amount here, 55. Okay, enter some tax. Okay, that's fine. Now balance messages. Okay, then let's select V0. Simulate. That's fine. Everything is now green. So the meaning is they have verified the invoice, everything is okay, and then they will make this entry. So the amount to be paid to the vendor is 55 euro. Now they will save it. Let it get saved. So this step is done. This step is done. Now the final step is you have to make the payment to the vendor. Payment. Okay, I'll show you that. So document is created. Okay, now if you go to the PO, in the PO you can see this information. If you go to the PO again, see, this is the GR and this is the invoice receipt. Just now we have done. Just now we have done. Okay, so now the final step is we have to make the payment to the vendor payment. The T code is F-53. This is normally done by finance team. Finance team will do this one. Okay, so let's before that, let me go to the main screen. So this will show in vendor open line items. So vendor line items FBL1 L1N. You go to this transaction. This is our vendor. Execute. It will show as a open item. See, this is the open item. For this invoice, we are ready to make the payment. If you see here, if I go to the PO, if you go to invoice, there will be accounting document. If you go to follow on documents, there will be accounting document. So this is the integration between MM and FI. Let it come. Okay, so this for this payment, for this payment, the transaction code is F-53. Okay, so let's see whether the it's taking time. Okay, let it come. Let's continue with our transaction. So this is the vendor line item pending for clearance. Basically, it's not cleared. Basically, you see here, it's open line item, and this is the supplier. This is the company code. So let's execute the transaction. What is the transaction? F-53 post outgoing payment, because we are making the payment to the vendor supplier. Go to this transaction. This will be done by FI team. This transaction is responsibility of FI finance team. Okay, enter the document it, clearing text, test payment. You can write whatever, or you can write you can enter the vendor number also. Enter the vendor number. Okay, and enter the account. This account I will enter. Okay, vendor's bank account. Okay, and then vendor number. This is a vendor number. Okay, let's see any other data we need to enter. House bank. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Okay, so amount, enter the amount. You need to enter the amount. So what is the amount? Amount is 55 euro. So enter the amount. Enter. Not sure why. Go to click on process open items. Okay, click on it. Then document simulate. Okay, now you have the accounts has come. Now save it. That's all. So this is how it's a finance one, not logistics one. So nothing to worry. This the transaction meaning is they have done the payment. So document was posted in company code 1010. So now if you go back, now this open item will not show. Suppose if you go back, if you say open, only select open items for this vendor, execute. Now it will not show anything. The only the pending one is cleared. If you select all items again, if you execute, see now it is in the this one. This is the one we just cleared. This is the one we just cleared. Okay, so the vendor payment is done. So this is the flow. This is the flow. Okay, now we will go to the flow. This is what we just executed. Flow. Purchase requisition what got created from the purchase requisition using the vendor. We created the purchase order, and against the purchase order we received the material. Then we did the invoice verification, checking the invoice, and then we did the payment. We have completed one procurement cycle, cycle. Okay, so now we will go to the quality area. So now when the stock is received, let me close everything. See, this is the accounting document. Now it is showing. That's fine. Now let's go to the our stocks. If you go to stocks, you see stocks are in quality inspection. Now this has to be inspected by quality department. So in the material document, let me go to material documents again in the PO. See, this is the material document, GR material document. If you go to this material document, okay, if you go to quantity, you see here there is a button called inspection lot. So to perform the quality inspection of that material, system will generate an inspection lot. You see here inspection lot. If you click on that, it will take you to the inspection lot. Inspection lot. So this is the integration between and QM. So here in the QM inspection lot, you can see the purchase order number and the material document and even the supplier number, vendor number. In the QM inspection lot, you can see the data. So this is the integration between QM, and QM. Okay, this is the material received, this is the batch number, okay, and this is the QM lot number. Now we have to do inspection. Okay, so this is the integration basically. So now we are here. So we received the material from the vendor. We received the material from the vendor. We received it. When we received it, as the material has to be subjected to quality inspection, system will generate an inspection lot, and the stock will go into inspection stock inventory. So if you see here, again I'm showing you, the stock is in quality inspection. You see here, two raw materials. These two are raw materials. Their stock is in quality inspection. Even you can see in MMBE. If you go to MMBE 2492, if I go to 2492, if I execute, you see stock is in quality inspection, and this is the batch number, and it is placed in this storage location 101C. Now quality team has to do the quality. They have to perform quality checks whether the material supplied by the vendor is of good quality or not, whether it is good or bad. Okay, they have to check. So now we will go to QM module. Okay, so we are here. So here, if you see here, first they will take the sample. So this is the total quantity received from the vendor. You see the material is received in drums here, in the drums. Okay, let's say it's a liquid material. like sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid or any other liquid. Okay, so the quality assistant, what he is doing, he is taking the sample quantity from one of the container. You see, he's taking the sample. So how much sample he has to take, that will be available here. Now let's go to QA module. Let us go to the transaction QA32. QA32. They will go to this transaction. I'll show you where you can see the sample quantity. This is the one. Okay, let me execute. Sorry, second one. You see, two inspection lots are generated for two materials and the quantities are this. So if you go to this inspection lot, okay, here if you go to lot quantities, sample size, total quantity received is this much, but they have to take the sample this much. So using this, the warehouse, the quality assistant will go to the material and he will take the sample. Now using that sample, the quality executive, the quality analyst, they will perform all the quality checks. See here, she is doing the quality inspection. She is performing all the quality checks, whether that raw material quality is good or not. They will do that checking, quality inspection. So once they complete that quality inspection, they will come to the system and in the SAP, they will enter the quality results. And finally they will say whether the raw material quality is good or not, whether it can be used or not. Those things they will enter in the system. So now we have to perform that flow. So lot got created, sample determined already automatically by the system. Now quality inspection is performed. Then after that they have to do results recording in the system. Results recording. So let's go to the QM area. So here inspection lot got generated automatically. Okay, and they will enter the quality results in the system. QA32 is a transaction. Okay, so now let's go back. I'll clear two lots. First lot, again this transaction is performed by normally by quality team, QM team, and it will be done by quality analyst normally. And after completing the quality inspection, they will perform this action, results recording, enter the results in the inspection lot. So they will select the lot, they'll click on this button, change inspection results. System is very slow. So here you see two parameters have come. They checked pH value and the potency assay, and these are the limits. So inspected quantity is 1. Let's say pH value is 8. 8 is within these limits, and let's say the potency is 102. Accept, within the limits. Second one also accept. Done. So results recording is done. Then they will save it here. That means quality results are entered in the system. Refresh the screen. Okay, now it will get a status of INSP. I'll do for the second raw material. Inspection lot of the second raw material. Again, click on results. You need to understand the business context behind this transaction. So this one, let's say 9 pH value, and this one is, let's say 104. Assay potency. Accept, accept. Done. Save it. So results recording is done. Okay. So we are performing this one. This one. We are entering the quality results in the system, and now followed by the usage decision. They will say whether that quantity is acceptable for use or not. They will enter that using usage decision. Using the usage decision. So this step, usage decision, and followed by stock posting. They both are done it as a one step. Okay, so let's do the usage decision. Select it, click on this button, change usage decision. Okay, select the UD code, accepted unrestricted use stock. Okay, go to inspection lot stock. They will go here. Okay, enter unrestricted use. That means they are transferring stock from quality to approved stock, unrestricted use stock. Save it. So during this time, stock will get moved to. Okay, so there is a okay, wait. Sorry. Okay, so let's do that again. QA 32. Okay, now let's do the UD. They will do the acceptance. Let's do the posting. Okay, done. Stock will get posted from quality to unrestricted use. Let's do for the second one. Second lot. UD code, usage decision code accepted. Okay, go to inspection lot stock, proposal 5. We are moving it to unrestricted use. Approved stock. So quality cycle is completed. We have completed the quality cycle. This one. Now after this, what happens is the quality analyst will go to the warehouse. And on the drums, on the material, they will put the approved sticker. Approved stickers. You see here the quality analyst along with the warehouse assistant, they are putting approved labels on the drums. Okay, so that it can be used. So we have completed the quality cycle here. Usage decision followed by stock posting. So as the stock is approved, it will be moved to the unrestricted use. It is unrestricted use, means approved stock. So in the system, if I go to MB52 again, even here in MB, I'll refresh. See, stock is moved to unrestricted. Earlier it was in quality inspection. Now it is moved to unrestricted use. That means approved stock. So this stock can be now issued to the production. It can be consumed. So I'll show you in MB52. MB52. 24. Okay, let's. See, now the two raw material stock is in unrestricted use. You see, unrestricted use. So we have completed the quality cycle. So now raw materials are ready for production. Okay, now again we will go back to the manufacturing area. PP again. Okay, so raw materials are ready. So now the planning department, what they does is, now they will initiate for production. So what they does is, they will convert the planned order to the production order. You see in the system, the planners, they will convert the planned order to production order as the raw materials are available now. Okay, so now let's do that. We are here. Again, I'm going to PP area. So earlier we covered up to MRP. Now we can create production order from the planned order. Okay, as the raw materials are ready, everything is ready, so they will create a production order. Okay, so let's do that. First, I'm executing this step, creating the production order in the system. Okay, so what I will do, I'll go to finished product now. This is the finished product. We have the planned order for 5 quantity. Raw materials are ready, so take the planned order, double click on the planned order, convert to production order. So this transaction execution is the responsibility of planning team, production planning team. When the raw materials are ready to initiate production, they will create the production order. So this transaction execution comes under the scope of PP. They'll click on this button, convert planned order to production order. Okay, so now we are into the production order create screen. This is the PP. Okay, so here the meaning is they have to manufacture this product, this much quantity in this plant, in this manufacturing site. That is the meaning. So to manufacture this, they have to use these two raw materials. If you go to components, they have to use these two raw materials, this much quantity. We already purchased them. We already purchased them. We did the quality inspection, and they are ready to use. They are okay to use. Okay, and if you go to operations here, they have to perform three operations on this machinery. See, here is a work center: machine 1, machine 2, machine 3. So they have to do production on these three machines, one after the other, and during this operations execution, they have to use these two raw materials. Okay, so now let me save the production order. So when the production order is created, system will generate the costs also. I will show you the costs. Okay, now I'll refresh the screen. System will show you the production order. System is slow. See, now the production order is created. We are here. We created the production order. Create production order from planned order. Done. Okay, so now the next step is same in the production order. They will just check whether raw materials are available or not. So how to check the raw materials availability? Go to take the production order. Okay, I'll take the production order in another screen. Okay, they will go to, okay, let's keep this session open. They will go to CO0 to change production order. Okay, this is a production order we just created. Enter. Now this will be done by, again, same planners. They'll click on this button. Check material availability. That means whether the materials are available or not, raw materials available or not, they will check. So click on this button. See, it says all checked materials in the order are available. That means all the raw materials required for production are available. Okay, now save it. Still we are here. Now, as the raw materials are ready, everything is ready, they will release the production order. Next step, we are here. Material availability check is done. Next, production order release. Okay, if you don't release, system will not allow you to go further. So it is in created mode. Now they will release the production order. Click on the flag button. Okay, after that, what they does is they will take the printout of the production order. I will show you. Let it get released. Okay, see, production order is released. Release carried out, and status will get changed to REL. That means they can start the production now. If you go to components, okay, components, that's okay. That's okay. Operations okay. Operations okay. That's fine. It is released. Now let me save the production order first. Okay, now if you go to display, I'll show you in the production order, you can see the costs. Okay, if it is released. Now if you go to costs analysis, you can see the costs. Okay, let it come. Okay, so we are here. We create planned order has come from MRP. From that, we created the production order and we did the material availability check. Sometimes they will do the machine availability check also, and then they will release the production order. So we are executing the production order cycle. We are here. Okay, so let's go to, still taking time. I wanted to show you the costs. The cost will come. Okay, if you go to change layout, you see the planned costs have come. This is the pp and controlling integration, pp and finance integration. See all the raw material costs, okay, all the labor cost, all the operation costs, everything is calculated here. Planned cost is calculated, actual cost will come once we execute the production order. Okay, so that I wanted to show you, that is a integration. Okay, so now as a production order is released, normally what happens is they will print the production order normally. Okay, here you see the person is taking the print of the production order. Okay, so let's see the printing. Go to order, change mode, enter. Okay, functions, here you see there is a print option, or you can print from here, or you can just click on this button, print. You see there is a button here, print button, you can click on it. It says after the next update the order will be printed, so let's save it. It will print the order. So order will contain all the raw materials to be used, operations to be used, all those things. So that order print, you can see it here. Let's go to SP02 spool. Okay, this is the one. If you click on that, see this is the order print. You see here it will have the operations to be done and raw materials to be consumed. You see here all that information it will have the material number, product number, okay, production order number. You see 1002212 quantity to be produced. So normally what happens is they will take the print of this and then they will hand over it to the shop floor people, actual manufacturing people. This is all planning people. Top two are done by planning department. So now the planning department will hand over the print to the actual shop floor team. They will hand over it so that they can start the production. So planning department will hand over the production order to the manufacturing team, actual manufacturing team, shop floor team. Okay, so I showed you the print. So normally if you have a printer connected to the system, they will take the print of it. Okay, so that is done. So we are here print production order, it is also done. Okay, so we are here in the cycle. We are here, release done, uh, printing also done. So now what happens is now the manufacturing execution starts. So the production guy will go to the warehouse. The production guy will go to the warehouse and ask the warehouse team to issue the raw materials, because the raw materials are stored in raw material warehouse. If you recollect, when the raw materials are received, they are stored in raw material warehouse. They are in the warehouse department. So whatever the quantity is required, now they have to issue it to the production. So production person, production executive or production supervisor, he will go to the warehouse department and he will ask the warehouse person to issue the raw materials. Here you see she is issuing the materials, raw materials required for production. Once they issue it, they will come to the system, and then in the system they will do the post issue. See here, the warehouse executive is doing the posting here. So that is called goods issue. So we are here, goods issue. After issuing the materials, raw materials to the production, they will do this activity. So let's do that. Let's do the MEGO. Goods issue, issuing the raw materials to production, MEGO. Okay, here you select, they have to select goods issue, order means production order, and enter the order. Okay, again I'm repeating, this transaction is executed by the warehouse team. After issuing the raw materials physically to the production department, they will come to the system and then they will perform this transaction. Again I'm repeating, this transaction comes under the scope of warehouse team. This will not be done by production team, warehouse team. Enter. So see, the moment I enter the order, system has fetched two raw materials and their quantities. Okay, that means they have issued these two raw materials, this much quantity to the whom, production team. So enter the storage location. They are in this storage location, raw materials. We need to enter the batches also. Wait, let me go to the batch. Let me go to the batches. Wait, 2492 first material. Execute. What is the batch? This is the batch 160. Okay, and the other material is 293. Okay, 61. These are the two ones. Okay, so now they will click on OK, check, everything is fine, they will post it. So when they post it, stock get reduced from the warehouse. So here in the MB52, as they issued the material, now the stock again will become zero because they issued it to the warehouse production. Okay, so now let me post it. Done. See, done. So now this step is completed. Okay, so now if you go to the order, if you go to the production order, let's go to production order again, /NCO03, enter the order. Okay, you see order will get a status of GMPS, raw materials are posted. To see that information, go to documented goods movements. If you go there, this is the PPMM integration. Now see the raw material issued material document, you can see that here. These are the two raw materials issued, and these are the batches, and they are issued from this location. Movement type is 261. This is the PPMM integration. Okay, so now let's continue. So now the raw materials are ready, raw materials are issued. Now they will start the manufacturing. So here you see the production is started. They are executing the production, actual producing the product. They are producing the product. Okay, so let's say they completed the first operation. So in our order, how many operations? There are three operations: production operation 1, production operation 2, production operation 3. This first operation has to be done on this machine. Work center means machine, nothing but machine. Okay, so let's say they completed this first operation. So after completing the first operation, they will confirm the order. We are here, production order confirmation. So this transaction will be done by actual shop floor team, manufacturing execution team. Okay, so here, so let's do the confirmation. The T code is CO11N. There are various methods, but most widely used is this one: enter time ticket for production order. Again, I'm repeating, this transaction execution responsibility is shop floor team, manufacturing execution team. They will execute this, and they will execute this after completing that particular operation, after completing the production of that particular operation. So enter the order number. What is order number? Order number is this one. This is the order number. Okay, enter the order number. Enter the order number. Click on the operations. There are three operations. Let's say first operation is completed. Select the first operation. Final confirmation. I click on actual data. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, now you see they produced 5 pieces after the first operation, and these are the hours, standard hours, actual planned hours. Let's say they consumed more hours. Let's say this is 21 hours. Okay, this one, let's say 1 hour. That's fine. Okay, so now let's do the, let's say that means only first operation is completed. Save it. That's fine, because today is a holiday, you are getting this. That's fine. Done. Order is saved. Order first operation confirmation is saved. So now if you go to the first operation, go to the order, go to the order. Okay, so if you go to operations, see first operation is confirmed. Okay, now after the first operation is confirmed, they have to produce, they have to do the second operation. So let's say when they try to perform the second operation, suddenly this machine is under breakdown. Machine 2 is under breakdown. So what they have to do, if this machine is under breakdown, they have to inform the maintenance department. Now we have to go to PM area, engineering, plant maintenance area. So Production team, what they does is their machine is under breakdown, then they will inform the engineering department, maintenance department. So they will make a call, phone call, or in the SAP they will create a notification. The production team will inform the maintenance department by creating a notification. Now we are going to the PM area. PM area. So let's create a notification. IW21. So we are here now. Sorry, this one. Plant maintenance area. IW21. Create notification. So this notification is created to inform the engineering department that my production machine is under breakdown. It is not working. You come and rectify the problem. To inform that, they will create this notification. Okay. So let's create a notification. Notification type I will take M1. Okay, M1. Okay, enter. Again, I'm repeating. This transaction execution is responsibility of normally production department, production or any other department to inform the engineering department. Okay, production machine not working. Enter the description. Enter the, now they have to enter the equipment number. Okay, so the equipment number is this one. So this equipment is nothing but production machine number 2 here. You see here, machine 2. Machine 2 in our PP, in the PP they call it as work center, but in PM they call it as equipment. So in this equipment there will be a link. Okay, I'll show you. I'll open another session. If you go to IE03, enter the equipment, enter. If you go to location, you see in the equipment you link your PP machine. You see, this is the place. This is the PP PM integration. PM equipment is linked with PP work center. So in the PP, we call the machine as a work center. Same machine in the PM module, they call it as equipment. This is the integration. Okay. So now they have to enter this. So they enter this here, enter. Okay. So they enter that production machine is not working. They can write some text over here. Production machine not working. Please please come and please rectify the problem. Rectify the problem. Okay, they will inform it. So again, if you scroll down, they will enter the priority. Priority is, let's say, medium. Okay, it's a breakdown. They'll activate this breakdown and reported by, I'll enter my name. Who's creating this notification? That's fine. Specify new dates. That's continue. Okay, done. Everything is entered. Now they will save it. Notification is just for the information. So production team will do this. Notification is created. Take the notification, change, go to change mode, enter. Now engineering department, they will receive this notification. Notification is created by the concerned department like production. Maintenance department will receive this notification. They will check everything. Okay. And from the notification, they will create the maintenance order. Okay. So now from here, first they will put this in the in progress, put in process, click on the flag button, notification in progress, NOPR. And from the notification, they will create an order. You see, there is a button here, order create, click on it. So they will be creating an order. Order type, I will select PM02, breakdown maintenance order. Okay, it will take you to the maintenance. That's fine. So now we are into the order. So all the information from notification, it gets copied to the order. Create breakdown maintenance order. So here, go to operations, machine repair. I'll put the description as machine repair. Okay, and let's say to repair the machine, one person is required. Let's say it takes 2 hours. Okay, that means one technician is going to do the repair. It takes 2 hours to repair the machine. That is the meaning of it. So he has to perform this operation. Now go to components. Here, let's say this spare part is required in this much quantity. Enter the plant. Okay, so bearing is required. To rectify the problem of the machine, he needs bearings, 2 pieces. Okay, now he will save the order, maintenance order. Now when the maintenance order is created, the cost will get calculated. I will show you that. Okay, so order is created. So let's go to the IW33 slash and IW. We'll go to the order now. This is the order just now created. Go to change mode. Okay, this is the order. So we are here. Order is created. Once the order is created and released, you will ask the maintenance planner or supervisor will ask the technician to go to the machine and ask him to repair the machine. Here you see technician is doing the repair activity of the machine. Okay, so here if you go to costs, you can see the planned cost here. Again, this is the integration between PM and FI. PM and FI integration, controlling finance integration basically. So now he will release the order. Okay, order will be released after update. Okay, done. They can print the maintenance order also again. So normally they will print it. Go to order output order. They can print the order. They will print the order and give it to the technician. So suppose let's say material issue slip. Let's say take this one. If you click on this display document, let it come. Okay, so using that print, what happens is technician will take the print and he will go to the warehouse and he will take that bearing spare part required for the repair. Okay, let it come. You see there is a material issue slip. You see, okay, they need this spare part bearing this much quantity. So he will take this print actually. He will take this print. Planner will give this print, and he will issue this printout to the give it to the printout to the technician. Technician will go and take this raw material from the warehouse. So to take the raw material from the warehouse, again we have to go to Miko. It is released. Save it. Now take the order. Now raw material spare part issue. Okay, again go to Migo transaction. Warehouse person will issue the spare parts. Goods issue, again order, enter the order number. Here it is maintenance order. Okay, so he is going to issue two pieces, two quantity of this bearing. Click on OK, enter. So again I'm repeating, this transaction execution will be done by warehouse team. Warehouse people are issuing the spare parts required for repair to the technician. Check. Okay, everything is okay. Post. Done. Warehouse person is issued the bearing spare parts. So now the technician using that spare part will go to the production area. He will do the repair. He does the repair activity. Once he completes the repair activity, he will inform the maintenance supervisor. I have completed my repair activity. Now machine is in running condition. Then the maintenance supervisor will confirm the order. So now let's go to the confirmation. Okay. So let's take the maintenance order. Go to the maintenance order again. IW33. What is a maintenance order? This is a maintenance order. If you go to the order, as of now, nothing is there. There is no confirmation status. So now he will confirm the order. The T code is IW41. Here we are here. Goods issue is completed just now. After that repair happens, then the confirmation IW41. IW41. Enter. Okay, this is the order, maintenance order. Enter. The meaning of this transaction is machine repair is completed. Now they are entering that information in the system. Confirmation. So let's say actually planned is 2 hours, but let's say in real it took 2.5 hours, actual hours. That's fine. Okay, done. Everything is completed. Repair completed. Repair activity completed. They can write some remarks and then they will save it. Okay, so repair is completed, IW41. So now if you go to the order, now in the order you can see the actual cost. If you go to the order, go to costs, see, you can see the actual cost. Actual cost is somewhat more than the planned one. Why? Because we entered more hours. We entered more hours. Okay, now job is finished. Now if you go to operations, you can see here planned is 2 hours, but actual it took 2.5 hours to do the machine repair. Done. Now from here onwards, finance people will take over. Finance people will take over. We will do technical completion, and then after that controlling finance people will do the remaining activity. So let me show you that it is all in the system. So they will take over the order first, IW32. This is the order. Technically they will do the completion here, complete technically. That means from maintenance side all activities are completed, and it will close the notification also. Done. So TECO order status is TECO. So that means from maintenance side all done. Now finance people, they will do their activity. What they does is they will do the settlement. They will do the settlement. They will settle the costs. Settle the cost. The T code is KO88. Actual settlement order. They enter the order. Uh, this activity is the responsibility of finance team. Finance team will do this activity. Okay. Order. This is order. Settlement period 5th month. Okay. This is the year. Remove the test on indicator. Execute. They will settle the cost to the cost center. Okay, settlement is done. If you click on this button, don't worry, this is a finance activity. See, this is our from the order we are settling the cost to the cost center, and this is the cost we have settled, 363.14 euro. Now if you go to the order, if you go to the order, in the order, if you go to display, go to costs, here report plan versus actual. You see, actual cost have become zero. You see, actual cost has become zero. There is no actual cost now. It has become zero. So now after this, the final step is they will do the business completion of the order. Closure. Business completion means closure. Final step. So what they does, they go to the order in the change mode. They go to the order in the change mode. Enter. Okay. Here you see there is a button. Complete business. They'll click on this one. Okay. Done. Order is closed. Order is closed. So if you go to the display again, order will get a status of CLST. CLST. So this is the end-to-end flow of maintenance, plant maintenance module, end-to-end. Okay. So done. So machine is repaired. Now machine is repaired. Again, we will go to the PP area. So second machine is repaired. So now let's continue with the production. Machine is repaired. Now we can start the second operation. So let's say second operation is completed. Let's confirm the second operation. Now again we are into PP. Where is our PP flow? This one. So now we are confirming the second operation. So let's do that. I'll open another session. CO11N. Okay, enter the order. This is the order. Click on the list. I'm confirming the second operation. That means second operation is completed. Select final confirmation, actual data. That's okay. Okay, so here again I will enter some more hours. Okay, done. Save it. That means second operation is completed. Okay, second operation is completed. Now if you go to the order, if you go back, you can see the second operation is okay. If you go to operations, second operation is also confirmed. Now the last one, third operation. Let's say third operation is also completed. Production, total production is completed. So now let's confirm this last operation. Okay, click on actual data. Okay, so this one I will make 80. Okay, done. So third operation is also completed and the final output is 5 pieces. Okay, now let's save it. This will be done by manufacturing team. After completing the production, they will do this. Okay, done. Confirmation is done. Now if you go to the order, all the 3 operations are completed. Now let me go back, go again inside, go to operations. See, all the 3 operations are confirmed. Okay, now if you go to header status also CNF confirmed. So production is completed. Now the next step is they have to transfer the manufactured product to the warehouse. You see here, finally they are doing the packing and warehouse person is putting on the racks. This is the GR. So you are transferring manufactured product to the warehouse. You see production executive checking it and giving it to the warehouse department, final warehouse, finished product warehouse people. So after that, what happens is they will come to, once that transferred to the warehouse, the production persons will do the GR in the system. Here you see the two production executives making the entries in the system. That GR we need to do. GR means transferring the manufactured product stock to the finished goods warehouse. That is called GR, goods receipt. This is the one. Okay, so now let's do that. Then when you do that, you will get the inventory. Again, Migo. But this time, this Migo will be done by production department. This time, goods receipt. Okay, order, production order. Enter the production order number. Movement type is 101. Enter. Okay, the meaning is we manufactured 5 quantity and we are transferred it to the finished goods warehouse. Enter the storage location. Okay, click on item OK, where order serial numbers have come. This product is a serialized managed 11 to 15. That's fine. Check. Everything is okay. Now post it. So now you get the inventory of the finished product. Okay, done. Material document posted. But before that, let's go to the order. I'll show you the order once. /NCO03. If you go to the production order will get a status of DLV, delivered, and delivered quantity will get updated here. Okay, so production activity is completed. Okay, I'll just show you the inventory in the MD04. After that, again we will see the production remaining steps. Okay, now what happened is this finished product also quality inspected. This finished product is also quality inspected. So again, system will generate an inspection lot. So if I go to MMB, of the finished product, stock overview, 2491, execute. You see, finished product now went into quality inspection. Again, there will be an inspection lot. This is now PPQM integration. PPQM integration. This is the one. From production, we completed the production. We did the GR, warehouse goods receipt, and inspection lot is generated and stock goes into quality. And then again, they will do this inspection activity, quality one. Now they are inspecting the finished product. Okay, so there will be a inspection lot. So let's go to QA32. Okay, select all inspection lots. You see, the first 2 are raw materials ones, which are we already completed. Now this is the production one, just now created. Okay, so I'll assign the last one. Inspection plan is not assigned. That's the reason I have assigned it. It is released. Okay, now same thing. Once the quality inspection is completed, they will do the results recording, usage decision, and stock posting. Okay, so I'll do the results recording. This is the produced product inspection. This is the diameter, and these are the lengths. Okay, let's go back. That's fine. Let's say diameter is 5 and the length is, let's say, 109 or 120. These are the 2 parameters checked. Okay, for the finished product, they are checking these 2 parameters, diameter and length of the product. It's like a box. Save it. Done. Refresh. Now they will do the usage decision, whether that finished product can be sold or not, approved or rejected. So UD code, accepted, unrestricted use stock. Go to inspection lot stock, proposal. It will get moved to unrestricted use stock. That means approved stock. Now it is asking serial numbers. What are the serial numbers? 11 to 15, right? And the GR, wait. What are the serial numbers? 11 to 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? These are the serial numbers. Put it here. Continue. That's all. Finish. This lot also cleared. Now if you go to stock overview, stock will be in approved stock. Refresh the screen. See, stock moved to unrestricted use stock. Fine. So now this product can be sold to the customers. Okay. So quality, again we went to quality stock. That's fine. Now again we will go to the production cycle. In the production, where are we? Production, we did the GR up to this GR we have done. Okay. Now the remaining steps. Then they will take over the order. Okay. So let's take the production order. Change. Okay. They will take over the production order from the PP side. All activities completed. Restrict processing complete technically. Okay. Take over. Okay. Order is take over. Okay. So let's go to display. Go to display mode. Now, if you go to costs, go to cost analysis. You can see the actual cost also. Let me go to the cost trend. You see, these are the planned cost and these are the actual cost. Okay. Now we have to do overhead cost calculation. So let's do that. Take the order. Let's do the overhead cost calculation. KGI2. Actual overhead cost. Overhead costs are indirect cost. So enter the period. 5th month. Remove the test run indicator. Execute. Now this is the finance. Finance people will do these activities. We are here. So production people will hand over the orders to the finance or to the planner, and then finance people will do the overhead cost calculation, all this variance calculation, settlement, everything they will do. These are all finance steps. So overhead cost calculated. Next, we are here. Technical completion, overhead cost done. Now the settlement. Variance calculation not required. Let's go for KO88. Settlement. This is the controlling area order. This will be done by finance team. You don't have to worry. Okay, execute. This is the month period and this is the year. Execute. Done. If you go to this one, detail list. See, sender is the order, production order, receiver is the material, and this much costs are settled. Okay, so now settlement is done. The final step is closure. Go to the order in the change mode. Okay, go to the order in the change mode. So order, if you go to costs, again go to cost analysis. Okay, if I go to cost trend, see actual cost have become 0. Actual cost, you see at the bottom it is 0. That means those are settled. So now final step is closure. They will click on this button. Go to functions, restrict processing, close. See, closed. CLST. Closure. This is the last step. So we covered end-to-end flow of production order. We have covered this. You see, we created the order, released, print, goods issue done, confirmation done, production completion. Then we did the GR, then settlement. After that, archival and deletion, but that is done by the basis team. They will do that. But normally up to settlement and closure, we have completed one production full cycle, manufacturing cycle. Okay, so after finance team complete their activities, orders are normally closed. orders are closed. So with this, we have completed the PP cycle. Engineering cycle already we completed. Now the finished product is ready for sales. So now the sales cycle will start. Let's go to the sales cycle. So in the MD04 also, if you refresh, you can see the stock here. So this is the finished product, manufactured, stock is ready for sales. Now we will go into the sales area, sales and distribution. Okay. So now sales. So in the sales, here you see sales department is receiving a order from a customer. When they receive the order from a customer, in the system they will create the sales order. Sales order. See here the sales representative. She is receiving a order from a customer. Then they will create sales order. So that we have to do. So that is the first step. VA01, sales order creation. Okay. So let's close everything. So the T code is VA01. Okay. Create sales document, order type, sales org, distribution channel, division, enter. Okay. Sold to party, that means we are selling the product to this customer. Sold to party means customer. Okay. Then enter your finished product number. What is the finished product number? 2491. 2491 is my finished product number, and customer is ordering 5. Okay. So the meaning here is this customer wants this material, this much quantity. He wants to purchase. So we are going to sell. The plant has come. The plant has come 1010. Okay. Now this transaction execution happens when customer give the order. When customer gives a order, that time they will create the sales order. So this is normally done by the sales department, sales representatives. Those people will create this sales order, customer order. What happened? It says incomplete customer reference date. Okay, done. Save it. So sales order is created. Customer has given an order. So now we have the stock. So now we will deliver it from our finished product warehouse, finished goods warehouse. You see here from the finished goods, the stocks are loaded into the trucks and trucks are leaving from the warehouse. You see, using this, they are loading the product onto the trucks to deliver it to the customers. You see, from the finished goods warehouse. Okay. So now for that the step is they will create outbound delivery. We created the sales order. You see, first sales order is created in the sales. Now in the shipping, they will create a outbound delivery. This will be done normally by the warehouse team. Normally, finished goods warehouse people will do all these activities normally. Okay, so let's do that. Creation of outbound delivery, VL01N. What is the sales order display? This is a sales order number. Take the sales order. Let's do the delivery, outbound delivery, VL01 here. Okay, enter the shipping point, date, and this is a sales order, enter. Okay, no schedule lines, wait down. It is confirmed for 8th of May. That's fine. Enter. So they will go to this picking tab. That means customer wants 5 quantity. We can deliver 5. Enter. Okay, fully picked. From we are delivering from this plant and from this storage location. As this is serialized managed, we have to enter the serial numbers. Enter 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. These are the serial numbers. Continue and save it. So outbound delivery is created, and then once it is delivered, once the stock moves from our location, they will do PGA, post goods issue. PGA VL0 to N normally. So they will go to outbound delivery, change, okay, and then they will click on this button. Here you see post goods issue. That means it has left from our warehouse. Now the stock will go from our warehouse. So we delivered 5 to the customer. So if you go to our inventory, if you go to see, earlier it was 5. Now if I refresh, this will become 0 because we delivered it. See, now the stock as inventory has become 0 now again. Even if you go to MD04, this 5 will not show anymore. See, again stock has become 0. Stock has become 0. So now stock left from the warehouse, our company, our organization. Now we will deliver it to the customer. Here you see, he is delivering to the customer. Our person is delivering to the customer. Now after that, we have to send the invoice to the customer. So because customer has to make the payment, right? So we have to create the invoice, bill to the customer. So that invoice creation will be done. That is VF01, create billing document. Okay, so let's do that. /n VF0. Normally this will be done by FI team. FI team, finance team will do this after the product is delivered to the customer. Normally, sometimes they will send invoice along with the product, or sometimes later. It depends. So here they will enter the outbound delivery number. So this is the material. This much quantity is delivered, and this is the net value. Customer has to make the payment. Now save it, and then they will take the print of this invoice. Okay, invoice document created. Go to invoice document, change mode. Okay, taking time. Okay, select, go to header, output. Okay, so if you click on this one, display document, you can see the invoice. See, invoice. So normally they will take a print of this, they will send along with the material, or sometimes later as a PDF attachment to the customer to make the payment. So using this invoice, customer will make the payment. This is the invoice print. Okay, so now the final step is the payment. So to do the payment, the T code is, once the customer makes the payment, to post customer in incoming payment, this is the T code F-28. So even if you go to customer open line items, this is the T code. Customer line items FBL5N. If you go to this is the customer, our customer open items. There are many open items. That's fine. This is the one which we just created. Okay, so using that, now they will make the payment using this. Once the payment is done, they will receive the payment using this transaction. Which one? F-28, post incoming payment. This is the date. This again done by finance team. Okay, not sure what is a bank. Let's try with this one. What is the amount? 490, right? 490. Okay, there are so many are there. This is the one. Okay, go back. we have to deassign all, I believe. Okay, wait. Let me deassign all. I want to post only for that one. These are all earlier ones. Okay, then simulate, done, then post. Okay, done. In posting of the incoming payment, so you received the payment from the customer, so that is also done. Okay, so we have completed everything. Sales cycle. Now after the sales, so customer, now the product is at customer side. Now the customer complains about the product, then we will go for the customer service activity. So customer complains about the product. Customer complains about the product is not working. Then what they does is, then they will assign a technician will go at customer site, and then he does the repair, and then if it is out of warranty, then we will bill the customer for the payment. So this is customer service activity. Okay, this we will see how it is done in the system. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now let's go to customer service area. Okay, so our product is sold to the customer. Okay, now the customer complains about the product. Okay, so when the customer complains about the product, okay, so here you see the customer service person receives the complaint from the customer. See here, they are receiving the complaint. Okay, so when they receive the complaint in the system, they will create a notification, service notification. Okay, so and when this, after creating the service notification, then they will assign a technician to go to the customer place and to do the repair activity. Okay, and then once the repair activity is completed, then if the product is out of warranty, then we will send a invoice to the customer to make the payment. Okay, so this is after the post sales. So this we will see how to execute in the system. So first they will create the service notification. Okay, the T code is IW41. Okay, so let's go to IW41, before IW51, sorry. Before that, you see, this is our finished product. The finished product is already sold to the customer, and as this finished product is a serial number managed, for every serial number there will be a equipment number also. Okay, and if you see the status here, ECUS, equipment installed at customer place. Okay, so this finished product at this customer place. So to see the customer, suppose if you click on this one, If you click on this one, you go to the material serial number. If you go to customer data, you see this product, this material with this serial number is at this customer. Okay, now this customer complains that this product is not working. Okay, now that time we will be creating the service notification. So let me create a service notification, IW51. Okay, create service notification. I'll use notification type S3. So this notification is created when the customer complains about the product. Okay, customer is having some issue with the product, it is not working or it is having some problem, then they call the customer service department and they will give the complaint and they'll ask they'll ask to the customer service department that you you send a technician. Okay, so when they receive the complaint, that time they will create this notification. Okay, okay, so let's say this one is having the problem. So let's say okay, let me go to the serial number. So this one 1000298 let's say this is having the problem, equipment. Okay, so enter the equipment. From the equipment everything will get copied. Okay, problem of, let me write it like problem with this one. Okay. Mm. So now let me enter. The moment I enter, all the information from the equipment will get copied to the screen. You see, I entered only equipment, so system got copied everything, sold to party, everything it got copied. You see, so product not working, not working, not working. Customer complaint, customer complaint to send the technician. So send the technician. Okay, so now, so this is this one. Okay, now let me save the notification. First let's save the notification. So notification is created. Take the notification, go to change mode. So what they does is they will be they will put the notification in progress. Okay, it will answer the sales or distribution channel division. That's fine, continue. Okay, so notification status will be in progress, NOPR. They will save this. Okay, so we are here. Notification created. From the notification, they will create a service order to capture all the costs, everything. Okay, so you need an order to execute it. So go to change mode. So from the notification, we will be creating a service order here to send the technician and to have the notification creation is just a information, intimation. Okay, now the maintenance department or service department, they will create a service order. Okay, so they are creating service order. Plant is this one. Okay, business area, that's fine. Continue. It's okay. Now it will take you to the service order screen. Service order screen. So all the information from the notification will get copied to the service order. So let's say we'll enter one operation. Okay, problem with repair of, I'll put operation as repair of. Okay, let's say you are sending one technician. It says, let's say it takes 3 hours to rectify the problem. Okay, so it duration is 3 hours. Okay, now he needs a spare part. Let's say this is the spare part he need to do the repairing. Okay, plant is 1010. That means to do the repairing he need this bearing. Okay, done. Go to cost. Let's calculate the cost. Okay, cost is calculated. Okay, now let me save the order. So service order is created. So done. Now let's take the service order. Let me go to IW33 slash N IW33. This is a service order created. Okay, now first what they does is they will send the quotation to the customer. So we have to send that customer that to do the repair, this much cost will happen. So they will send the quotation to the customer. So to send the quotation, what they does is they will use the transaction DP80. DP80, this is the transaction they will use. create quotation. They enter the service order, click on the button create quotation. Okay, so it is creating a quotation. Quotation for order. Okay, so okay, wait. Let me enter like this. Actually, quotation already got created. That's fine. Quotation is already there. Okay, so let us go to, yeah. So this is the total cost we are going to incur. Okay, so quotation is created. So now this DPET, that's fine. So if you go to the order, you can see the quotation. Now if you go to the order, go back in the order. This is the service order. This is a quotation. Sorry, order. So in the order, if you go to document flow, you can see this is the quotation. Quotation got created. This is a quotation number. First, we created the notification. From the notification, order got created, and from the order, we created the quotation. So this quotation will be sent to the customer. Okay. So uh, now you see the status called quotation created, QUCR, quotation created. Now they will go to change mode. Once the customer accepts the quotation, they will release the order. So first let's go to the order, change mode. They will go to order, functions. They will say accept quotation. Customer has accepted the quotation. Okay, done. Again, go inside. So now the status will get changed to QUAC, quotation accepted. Now they will release the order. Order will get released. Save it. So now they will print the order. They will what next step is, customer technician has to take these two components, spare parts, from the warehouse before going into the customer place. Okay, so basically we are covering uh, repair it on site. Okay, on-site repair, that business process we are covering here. Okay, so to before go to the customer place, technician has to take this spare part, two quantity bearing, two quantity from the warehouse. So that we will take. So we will go to Migo. Go to Migo. Okay, so basically before this, normally they will assign a technician to do the repair activity. So this technician first will go to warehouse and take the components. So let me take the goods issue. Order, enter your order, service order, enter. Okay, so he needs two spare part. Click on OK. Now check. Okay, that means he's taking the two quantity from the warehouse post. So warehouse person will execute this transaction. He will issue the two quantity, two pieces of bearing to the technician. So now technician along with that spare parts, he will go to the customer place. He will repair the machine. Here you see he's repairing the machine. So once the repair activity is completed, he will come back to the company or our organization, and then he will inform the main supervisor, maintenance supervisor, or whoever is the supervisor. He informs that the repair activity is completed. Now what they does is they will do the confirmation. We are here. We released the order. Goods issue is just now completed. Technician goes to the customer place, completes the repair activity. He comes back and he will inform that survey repair activity is completed. So then the confirmation IW41. So if you go to, now let's go to IW41. So here the meaning of this transaction is our repair activity is completed at the customer place. So let's say planned was 3 hours, but let's say in reality it took 4 hours. Let's assume. Okay, this is the actual work. Final confirmation, no remaining work, clear open reservation. The meaning of this transaction is service technician has gone to the customer place. He has repaired the equipment. He comes back to the company and inform that I have completed the repair activity. I'm writing the repair activity completed. Then they will save it. That's fine. Enter. Done. Repair activity is completed. So if you go to the order, if you go to the maintenance order display, it will have a status of confirmed. See, it is confirmed. Okay. Now the next step is we have to send the quotation, send the invoice to the customer. Invoice to the customer. Earlier was a quotation. Okay, but now we have to send the invoice to the customer to make the payment. Okay, for the repair activity we have done. So the T code is DP90. DP90. So basically this one we are carrying out. This will be done by again normally either service department or sometimes maybe by finance department. It depends. Okay, so this is called resource related billing. So what you need to do, you need to enter your service order. Okay, go inside. Okay, so we are going to charge this much to the customer. Okay, now save. It will create a quotation, sorry, billing document. Okay, billing document, they will print this billing document. They will print this billing document and they will send it to the customer. Okay, so even you can see that in the order. So let's go to the order. Again, inside, go to the order inside. Okay, if you go to document flow, you can see here. Okay, this one, debit memo, it is nothing but debit. Okay, so now after that the customer will make the payment and that activities will happen. So now we have to close our order. Now technical completion of the order and closure of the notification. Okay, so let's go to iw32 change mode. So we have to take over the order. Okay, technically completed, they will click on this button, complete technically, and at the same time notification also will get closed. Okay, done. After that, what is the next step? Then the settlement. Finance people will do the settlement and then order closure. Okay, so let's take the order. Okay, KO88. This will be done by finance team. Okay, they have to settle the cost. Take the order, enter the order. Settlement period is 5. Remove the test and indicator. Just execute. Okay, done. Settlement is done. If you go to the detail list, you see sender is the order, receiver is the profitability segment basically. Okay, so this much costs are settled. Okay, so now final step is closure of the service order. Okay, so let's go to IW32 again. IW32 again. Now final step is closure. Change mode. Okay, here there is a button. You see complete business. Click on that. Done. If you go to the order in the display mode, it will be closed. So this is how the service activity happens. Okay, so that's how the customer service place happens. So basically we have covered this. Customer complaints about the product, we create a notification, service notification. Along with that, we create a service order, put the service order in process, and then you assign the personal activity technician. Okay, and then finally the processing will happen. You take the materials required, spare parts for this one, and finally technician will do the service activity. You confirm the order, technically complete the service order, and then you will bill the service. You do the billing for the order for the customer. Okay, so you create a billing document, and finally we will technically complete the order and complete the notification. So this is the process of CS, customer service, normally. Okay, so with this we have completed the end-to-end flow of a operation flow of in a typical manufacturing company. We covered from planning to the customer service. All modules are executed in a single video. Okay, thank you. Thanks for attending.